Hello guys, welcome back here on Java Learning Tips. Today we're going to talk about encapsulation, so let's start. What is encapsulation? If you remember, in the last video I've told you about this keyword here, public. That's meaning that this name is public, so each class here can see these attributes. So the encapsulation is just a way to give a public properties or a private properties to an attribute in Java, and that means that if you give a public properties to an attribute, the attributes can be visible outside the class. If you give here private properties, that means that these attributes it's not anymore visible here or here. So let's try private and private. Now, as you can see here, Java it gives me an error because it can't access to these attributes, as you can see here. But last time I've misspelled this because for conversion in Java this should be lowercase. So let's rename all the variable. Just a second. So this should be like this and like this. So now it's okay, because it's not a rule, but for convention the attributes should be lowercase. So now we have set these two attributes as private and they cannot be visible here. So what we can do to see the attributes here? So before this you need to know why we should set private and attributes. It is just a way to make your program safer, and in this way no one can accidentally access and modify these attributes. Okay, so what we can do now to see the attributes right here, we should use the getter and setter. So the getter and setter are usable when we set an attribute as private. If you set an attribute as public, we don't need to use getter and setter. So now let's see getter and setter. If you are using Eclipse, you can use the Eclipse shortcut. So right click, source, and generate getter and setter are here, and select the attributes, and okay, so let's okay. So what are these getter and setter? We've said that if you use a private keyword, the attributes are visible only in the class that you have set the attributes. Okay, so here we have set a private keyword, so the attributes are visible only here in this class, in the class persons. Here we can access to the attribute name with this method. Okay, we are setting a method that is called getName that return the name, because inside the program we can access to this, and we are setting this method as public, so outside the class persons we can access to the name through the method getName. Okay, because the method getName is public and can access to the attribute's name because the method is inside the class persons. We can access to the attribute's name using the method getName. So here, instead of teacher.name, we have to write teacher.getName. And I've misspelled it, so and it's this getName with the brackets because it's a method. And now let's comment out this, or better, let's access all the attributes with the methods. So we have get age and the same here, so get name and get age. Get name and get age. So now we can access to the attributes with the methods. And if we try to access to an attributes using just teacher1.name, it's not possible because it's private, and we can access to the name only in the same class because it's private. If it's public, we can access everywhere. So now we can see the set. So the set, it's like the get, but thanks to these methods we can change the value of the name. It's public, so we can access to this method outside the class person, so also in the main and in the other class. It's void because it's not return anything, and set name, it's just name, and he need a parameter string. When we pass a string here, the method access to this name, it's this name. If you remember the keyword this, it's to access the attributes in the class. So this name equal to name that we will write here. So let's try to make you understand better. We can change, for example, this Alex, and we can say student1 dot set name, and now the name will not Alex, but we can change the name into James. Now if we try to print on the screen, the student1 name will not Alex but will James. So let's try this after the set, and now let's print on the screen, let's save, and it's James. Okay, so here it's Alex because here was before the set name. So before was get name was Alex, here we have changed with the set name, and now with the get name we can get James. We have talked about encapsulation. That is just a way to get your program safer. Getter and setter are methods that are public, and they are in the same class of the private attributes, so they can access to the attributes, and so you throw these methods, you can access to the private attributes, and you can return a value or you can change a value. Okay, so we have seen the example with get name and set name, but it's the same for get age and set age. So guys, the video ends here. If you like my video, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like. I have also an Instagram page and a web page. You can find all you need here in the description. If you have not understand something, please write here in the comment what is not clear, and we will see in the next video. Bye.